Hello and welcome back to Jules Math Tools. In our session today, we are solving an algebraic equation. And if you're ready, let's get started. In our algebraic equation that we're going to be solving today, we're going to first begin by applying our distributive property to both of our parentheses. So remember that with your distributive property, this means that our terms outside the bracket, which in my first one is 3, will be multiplied to everything that's inside the brackets. So my 3 will be multiplied to 2z, which will equal to 6z. My 3 will then be multiplied to -1, which will equal to -3. I'm going to return my 2 back to my equation and apply the distributive property again on the right hand side of my equation. So my 2 will be multiplied to z, which will equal to 2z, and my 2 times 7 will equal to 14, and we're going to return our 1 back to our equation. Now before we begin collecting our like terms across our equal sign, I always recommend that you first simplify each side of your equation as much as possible before beginning to collect like terms. So I'm going to begin by simplifying the left hand side of my equation. And since 6z doesn't have anything in common with it, I will put that back. My -3 minus 2 will equal to -5. Again, my 2z doesn't have anything in common, so I will put that back. And 14 plus 1 will equal to 15. And now we can begin collecting our like terms across our equal sign. So since my 2z is smaller than the 6z, I will move my 2z to the 6z. And since 2 is positive here, that means we will subtract it on the opposite side. So 6z minus 2z is equal to 4z. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing with my constants. Since my 5 is being minus on the left hand side, I will move it to the right hand side where it will be added. And I'm going to put my 4z back. So 4z is now equal to 15 plus 5, which is equal to 20. And now applying our one-step rule, when we're multiplying, we're going to be dividing my 4 into both sides of my equation. My 4's will cancel on the left hand side, leaving us with z. And on the right hand side, when 4 divides into 20, we're going to equal to 5. So my z for this equation is equal to 5. Let's check our answer. So in my previous step, we said that our z is equal to 5. So now we're going to apply our rules for substitution and replace z with 5 everywhere that it appears. So 3, putting back our 2, making sure to substitute my z for 5, and make sure that you return everything else back to your equation. And now we will do the exact same thing on the right hand side. And now we're going to work out one side of the equation and then the other side. Remember that our main goal is to make sure that both sides of our equation equal to the exact same thing. So let's start with my inner parentheses. So 5 times 2 is equal to 10, and 10 minus 1 is 9. So we now have 3 times 9, which is equal to 27, and 27 minus 2 is equal to 25. Okay, so now let's do the exact same thing on the right hand side. So 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. 2 times 12 is 24, and 24 plus 1 is equal to 25. And since both sides of our equation are equal to the same number, that means that my answer z equals 5 is for this equation. Well, I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope you are able to apply a distributive property. Remember that with practice, you will get better and you will enhance your skills in solving algebraic equation. Remember to always check your answer after you solve your equation. And until next time, this is Jules Math Tools, where math is made easy.